Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Here we go with 2nd and 7.
Hurry up, here we go.
Again, it's Howard. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Here's Trubisky to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep, it's Odell Beckham. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. First carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. Webb now from the gun. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
To throw on 2nd down, here's Webb. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
No, check. Patriot.
Time running out here on the play clock.
Over.
And they will not get the snap off here. This is going to back him up halfway. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
to be careful here, backed up this deep on third down. Dancing to his left. He's good. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears.
After that play, I think we know one quarterback will be extremely happy if his defense can hold the opposing team to a field goal here.
Onto the field now come the Bears.
They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
On first down, they run with Howard. He's to the 10. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Jordan Howard, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Bears have taken the early lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
See if they stay on the ground for second down.
No. Check. Patriot.
And the play clock's running down.
On the ground, it's Gallman again. And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
From the gun on third down. Webb. It's caught. Shepard. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
This is Gallman. Room here to run. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back, and now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
On second down, Webb, and he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
I think this is where we see how the game has moved along a little bit. Free safety, no blitz, but reads the play, has no responsibility in coverage, and takes a gamble and goes and gets the quarterback.
Well, is that a spot, though, where when he's coming, the quarterback needs to be able to find somebody or not necessarily?
Has to, because with that amount of time coming from the free safety position, someone should break open.
Play clock winding down. Now a first carry here for Shane Vereen. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Here's Brad Wing now to punt it away on 4th down. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this will be taken at the 13. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Let's go.
On 1st down, Trubisky. And he's got room. Nifty move there on the run, but ultimately brought down at the 25. Give him 6 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
Let's go.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And an alley to run. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the 1st quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
And New York set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. A big run there. 29 yards and a 1st. So the run gets them the 1st, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They'll run again here with Gallman. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Gallman will run it. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Out of the gun, it's Webb. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now the ball comes loose, and this is picked up by the Bears. He's at the 40, and he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. but when it's cold and dry like this.
It is cold.
And it is cold. It's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They go with Howard again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
He's had a big game tonight, and while no one's going to be overly concerned about that last play, you also know that the offense coordinator does not want to see that happen again. They want to get back to doing what they've been doing all game long.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And this is complete to Zach Miller. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. So the D-line's going to spread out. Second and 10 now. It's Trubisky. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. Defense has set themselves up nicely. Third and 10 now. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact. Able to jar it free from him and force a fourth down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, first down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front seven. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
This fielded at the 2. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. And the Giants ready to come out now. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Throwing again. Webb. And that is incomplete. The Giants on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go now.
From the gun, Webb. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Leonard Floyd coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Brad Wing now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. It's taken to the 26. There's Robinson showing the flash. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. Trubisky with a give to Howard. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
But that certainly felt like an example of a defense just saying, okay, we've had enough. We've gotten mashed all night long. About time we got a good play in. But flip it over to the offensive side. They've got to be really upset that they allowed a play like that to happen. They were pitching such a great game. They want to keep it going.
This is Howard. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flush to his right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That goes for a gain of 31.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
On 1st down, it's Webb. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Five yards left for the offense. It's 2nd down. First throw now for the backup Manning. It's caught. Beckham. There he goes inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22. So Manning to Beckham in this defense, they better hone in on that connection.
It's almost like an electrical charge for him, isn't it? When he catches the first one, I'm talking about OBJ, he just goes to the huddle and says more, more, more. And really, he's just one of those guys that once he gets going, look out.
They go play action here on first down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And now it's second down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now Gallman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Giants on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Webb. Over the middle to Beckham. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Here's Perkins on first down. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Play action, it's Webb. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Giants on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Webb. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Odell Beckham from 10 yards out. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
And it's 17-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They try again with Cohen. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's right. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Trubisky to throw again. He's going to wind up and air it out. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ross Cockrell. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
And tough starting field position here. They start on the ground with Gallman, and he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Second down following the run. Operating from the gun, Webb. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not. Plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
The Giants on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8.
All right, here we go. Leopard. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Hurry up, here we go. Over. No. Check. Patriot. No. Check. Patriot.
A final shot before break. Webb flushed out right. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Looking to throw on second down. Webb. And he rifles one incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. The Giants on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 11.
Set. Green, 39. Green, touching that. 40. All right, now, look at 56.
They'll need to get the play off quickly.
Leopard.
They'll run. It's Vereen. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Offense needs something here on second down. It is 2nd and long.
Hurry up, here we go.
Trying the right side with Howard. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Bears on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Olivier Vernon in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Beckham, the return. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now a 1st down throw. Webb looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And some room to maneuver. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. The rookie picked off the rookie.
And guess what? They're pretty familiar with each other. It's not like when I was growing up and the dinosaurs were roaming the earth and you heard about a guy somewhere. Now they run into each other at camps, going through high school ball, recruiting, college games, all-star games, you name it. A lot more familiarity with each other.
On 1st and goal, Howard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. Escaping the pressure, and the Chicago Bears are in the end zone. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Well, those first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Here's Webb. Eluding the pressure right. Throws left side, complete to Brandon Marshall. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. A play fake, now Webb. Looking for Shepard deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he
just falls short down at the 1-yard line. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 58 yards. In the red zone this time. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
They come out here in the eye. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
They'll go with the keeper. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Davis Webb, his second touchdown of the night. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. Rosas to add the extra point. It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying.
Trying for right, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Short throw pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Rosas now to add the PAT. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, you know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line it. Blue line.
Now they'll run it with Cohen. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Bears on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Defense showing blitz. On 3rd down, it's Cohen. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Oh, shifty. Whoa. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground. Back now at Soldier Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. A give to Howard running left. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Miller on the catch over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
First and 10, it's Trubisky. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jonathan Casillas leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Oh, now Miller's slow in getting up. He's still down on the ground. We'll check on his status when we get back. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. A give to Howard. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On second down, Trubisky. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And not great starting field position here for the offense. The drive begins with a handoff to Gallman. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Time running out here on the play clock. Here's Gallman. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. The play clock's running down. Here's Vereen. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Let's go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Going up top. And that is incomplete. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
On the give, running right is Howard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. The Bears on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing now is Trubisky. Able to find Shaheen, the tight end. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Fresh set of downs here. Running with Howard. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They run with Howard. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Trubisky keeps it himself. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the 1st down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. They go down to a knee, and that will do it. They are moving on here in the playoffs. Their season ends here, a tough way to go out.
Yeah, and the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before they learn how to win them in later seasons.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long.